Midnight Persona here, and I was just jumping on real fast to do a quick vlog of a story, just to talk. A while back, not even too long ago, I went to Hollywood to go see the Final Fantasy 14 Symphony, and it was amazing. It was great. It was beautiful. I'd never been to a symphony before, other than being in orchestra in middle school, but I don't think that counts. But it was really, really pretty and wonderful, and it was so moving, and it was great just in general. So I went with my friend Sarah and my husband Ian, and it was wonderful, great experience. She was dressed up as her character from 14, and me and Ian were like Moogles. I dressed up as actual Moogle. We tried to put a little bopper on his hat, and it didn't really work, but either way, he was pushing her around. And so the cosplayers got to walk a red carpet, or the red carpet, to lead to the theater for cosplaying, and they got to tell about their cosplay and their character in game and how much they love Final Fantasy 14, and it was so amazing to hear all of everybody's stories and see their costumes and see how great they look. And so where I'm getting to with this story is I was on the outside. I didn't know that they would also get to take pictures with the creator and the music director and all that stuff, so I was kind of like, dang, I wish I could have gone in there. But other point of it is I was on the outside taking pictures of cosplay because that's what I do. I love taking pictures of people, so I was taking pictures of the cosplays that came down the runway and just recording that and all that stuff. And there's a video that I can put in the description or at the end of this video to link you to the actual small video I made of the Final Fantasy orchestra experience. But I was taking pictures of the cosplayers as they came down the aisle, and after a while I started to feel claustrophobic because when I turned around there were about 10 people behind me, and I was really like up front, so I had like a good view of everything. So I was up front where the cosplayers were actually being interviewed, and I got a really, really good view. And so I started to feel claustrophobic because when I turned around, there were everybody like right behind me. So I got to that point when I went, okay, Sarah already went down the aisle, Ian already took her, I'm gonna go down to where they are, and I'm gonna take pictures of cosplayers as they come down closer. So I went all the way down there, and there was a security lady keeping people away from the rope and making sure everything was still in order and everything. So that I was taking pictures and then was stepping back and doing, you know, trying to stay out of the way. So at some point, this is where the story steps in. I was taking pictures of the cosplayers, and I had my little Moogle outfit on, and two Asian women, came up behind me and were speaking to me very quickly, and I didn't quite understand what they were saying at first, but they held up their camera, so I assumed they wanted a picture, so I tried to move out of the way. And then they grabbed me and said, no, we want a picture with you. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. But these two ladies, like, talking back and forth to each other, basically grabbed me and was holding me in place to take a picture. And so they tried to take the picture, but the security lady I think she kind of saw the fear in my eyes and was like, hey, you guys gotta step away from the rope, you know, go about your day, go on. And they were like, okay. And they moved me, they turned me away from the rope, walked off a little bit, and held me in place to take a picture with them. And I was having my anxious, I'm going to get kidnapped kind of feeling. And I know it wasn't that extreme, but I was like, okay, I'm being grabbed and positioned to pose for pictures. Okay. And so they posed me, or they kind of grabbed me, and then they took their picture, and they're like, okay, thank you, and they ran off. And it was probably the scariest part of the entire symphony, because like it was fine the most of the time, and then I was quickly grabbed, quickly turned, shoved into a pose, taken a picture of, and then they ran off. And I was terrified, and I think the security lady looked at me for a second like, are you okay? And I was kind of like, I think so. So I was like, what do I do after that kind of thing? So these they didn't hurt me, or there's nothing wrong or anything, but I was terrified. And as a tourist, can you not? Like, I get that people are excited to see people in costumes, and I get that it's so amazing, look at all this cool stuff going on, but when you grab a person like that, you don't know what their background is, you don't know where they are, where they come from, and all that stuff. I could have shanked those ladies for all they knew, but they just grabbed me and took a picture and ran off. And so, outside of it being a wonderful and amazing experience, that was probably the most terrifying, especially since I left the front with a great view of all these cosplayers, because I was getting claustrophobic. Then to go to the back and get grabbed and forced into a picture. And I wouldn't have minded if they just asked and posed with me, but they literally like grabbed me and pulled me away, and I was freaking out, you know, mentally. So that's my story about personal space and providing people with it, please. Like, I get that most cosplayers and most people who probably watch this would understand you don't just grab people and run off with them to take pictures, but apparently it's not that super well known. I mean, I get even being foreign, but I feel like that's not an excuse, because in any country I'm pretty sure it's not okay to just grab people and take pictures of them. So anyway, that was an experience. I just wanted to share that, and it was crazy. Now I look back at it and I laugh a little bit, but at the time I was absolutely terrified. So anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Just a little experience I want to share with you guys. I'm trying to think of some more things I've been throughout my life. I forget half the time when I have experiences or things that have happened. So that's just one, and hopefully I can tell you more stories later. Hopefully I can hit you guys up in the next video. Please like, subscribe, do all that fancy stuff if you so feel like it. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!